it's all coming together. That synergy and the team composition. It's just beautiful. But how do you feel?
It's hard to complain about a 2-0. It's difficult to complain. We're just looking to make a 3-0. Now that would be something. Going into our game against Northern Arizona University, I believe. Seeing what we're going to be able to do there. How do you feel about Arizona, the state?
It's a nice state.
It's a nice state.
I almost got bit by a snake there.
Wow.
So
well, if you had the Lumberjacks, that's what the Northern Arizona University, they're the Lumberjacks. If you had a lumberjack by you, maybe you wouldn't have gotten almost bit by that snake.
That would have been very nice.
Right?
Except I can't remember. I remember it lunged at me. It was my fault. It was hiding in a hole.
Okay.
It was taking a nap. My dad, he walked forward. It probably woke it up. And then all of a sudden, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, that had to be a scary experience. I was our account here talking, trying to get everything set up. We were very excited to get into this draft, let's say. But okay, all right, and now I've been blamed, and now we're gonna go into draft here. 26 seconds to pick and ban. What do you think we're gonna see here?
I honestly have no idea.
All right.
On the Firebirds side, there wasn't too much that they were struggling with. It was really the Victor that was that was keeping everything together. Like had great placements on. I never know what that trap called. The big circular one.
Gravity well.
Thank you.
I could be wrong about that though.
They'll probably reference that in Arcane, so soon I'll learn.
Hey, spoilers. All right.
Oh,
ooh,
yeah.
Aphelios. That's something you don't see too often. Aphelios ban. Although Aphelios is quite strong.
Most definitely.
a lot of very, very high damage in the late game. All those guns, he's shooting stuff, he's doing things.
Doing a lot of things that I don't understand.
That's okay.
I don't think I could ever.
No, that's okay. If it gets picked someday, I'll go through it with you. As you're also getting banned, this is the Arthropod champion. I mean, he's just known for this. And now Vex getting banned. Blitzkrieg was actually like a top 10 Vex at some point in
really?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so it's not surprising that he gets that banned against him either.
Well, that's interesting to see, is that I don't see too many Vexes nowadays, but I've always had a great time playing her.
Yeah, so ever since the durability patch, champions like Vex got a lot worse, like these burst mages, because everybody's a little bit tankier. So your combo that's going to kill somebody doesn't kill somebody anymore.
Yeah, and it probably is tough when her R dives you right into the middle of the fight as well. Is that you got to pray that shield is enough to hold if it doesn't kill.
Yeah, I don't know what they banned here, but I'm sure it was a good ban. It's a little blanked out there, but that's okay. Yeah, nothing you can do. You're all good. Yeah, so we'll just see what NAU. I think
we'll find it out eventually.
It shows up at the start when it falls down. Okay, Gwen ban. There now we see that for some reason. Okay, Gwen ban definitely makes sense though, especially after Raymond.
Oh yeah. Were they watching? Oh,
a little. Okay.
That's pretty smart.
Little Gangplank ban as well. Gangplank is. He's a champion.
He is a champion. He's one that I can't play very well, but other people are just amazing somehow. It's
Yep. And based on the top laner's name being Too Many Oranges, wouldn't be surprised if they were a Gangplank player, as he eats the orange.
That would make sense. That would make most sense.
So it makes sense why they banned that. Wow, first pick Kayn is really ambitious. I'm not sure I love that, honestly. Because there's a lot of ways you can play around the Kayn.
Yeah.
You can draft something that likes to fight a little bit more early game. I mean, you draft things that walk away from it, kind of. I mean, there's a lot of ways to play around it. And sure, Kayn is good in solo queue. He's really good at snowballing games and, winning. Carrying games. But in more competitive situations, it's a lot more difficult to do that.
For sure, yeah. I just started playing him a bit more. I always knew kind of what he did. And I know that you can basically choose two different paths. Wait.
The Zillion gets picked. Now, this is something I've been waiting for a very long time. I have been on the Zillion train since day one.
Really?
Anybody who knows me, Zillion is broken. Do you want me to give you the pitch? The business pitch?
I would love to hear it.
90-something% slow. Point and click, 90-something% slow. You can bring somebody back from the dead. It's a free guardian angel.
So a better Renata Glask.
Yes.
That's not nice.
No, it's not. So you can speed up your allies by like 60%.
But can he also give more levels or experience to them? As well?
I mean, a little
Slightly?
bit, but it's more about the whole like you don't die anymore thing. That's yeah. But hey, proliferate is now subbed in, so I mean, this makes a lot of sense. I mean, Zillion is very, very good. I
can't wait to see it then.
Yes, especially into the Kane, like we were talking about before. Like,
yeah,
if Kane isn't able to go in and get that kill, it's so much harder for him to, well, keep getting kills.
Yeah.
Bard too. This is I am loving this draft so far. Bard, I'm assuming, is good into Zillion. He's able to outroam him a little bit. Zillion Jinx is a good lane. I'm liking this draft, my friend. I'm liking this draft. The Victor blind is a little bit scary. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't go with ADC. But maybe they just wanted to see what Carthage is going to pick. And now that they see that Jinx, they're probably going to go with their ADC. Next, banning the Sivir is really smart. Sivir is very strong right now. It does a ton of damage. But I'm really liking what Carthage has got going on here.
Yeah, this looks really good. A little bit unusual from what I'm used to, but just the champs alone, I know that they're very strong individually. I just never really seen them too much in a team. So this is gonna be very new for me, and I can't wait to see it.
Oh yeah, a lot of cool stuff can be. I mean, Bard is gonna make a lot of things happen. Bard likes making things happen. So you'll see a lot.
I know that part.
Yes, you'll see some kills go over 100%. I do like the Sejuani pick into the Kane especially as well. I think that's. I mean, you can flex it both top and jungle, and she's just strong right now.
Yeah, very interesting. I've never had the opportunity to play in a draft, but in ARAM, always really fun, and it kind of fits the theme of ARAM too. You know, in the Freljord. Being a Minnesotan, I can't see those words.
Minnesotan.
Well.
Okay, all right.
Oh, don't you know?
Well, she's made of ice, you see, so it should be a little bit easier for her.
It's exactly. Yeah. It's just like back at home.
Just like back at the Freljord, just like back in Minnesota.
Oh, for sure. You know, it's kind of like Canada, the same thing, but don't get it mixed up, or else we get a little bit upset.
Okay, thank you for the quick tip for any Minnesotans. Ari, very good pick into Victor here. She can definitely punish, and she's better at roaming as well. So. I'm just really liking the draft here out of Carthage.
Yeah, it very interesting. I see it. I find it interesting. Victor versus Ari, dissecting that a little bit more. So, what are the main things you're gonna see from that lane?
Victor's got to be really scared of Ari, because if she hits her charm, you're taking a lot of damage, and that's on a pretty short cooldown too. So it can be pretty tough to play against. So we'll see if Blitzkrieg is able to really maximize that. But I expect that he'll play very well in this pick. Now Swain picked up. Kind of confused as to whether this is going top or bottom. It looks like it's going to be going to the bottom lane. So it's going to be a Swain Bard bot lane. Very magic heavy. I do like this Camille pick though.
My roommate will not like that because he loves Camille.
He loves Camille. Okay, but that is also good because he knows what's good against Camille too then.
Yeah.
So this could be a pretty good counter pick. I'm excited to see what he chooses.
My best prediction is going to be Aatrox.
It isn't banned, I don't think. So it could be. Gnar also I think is pretty good into Camille. Somebody else that we could see. That's a common pick. There it is. There's the Aatrox. You know him too well.
Raymond, I know ya.
Man. This is definitely an interesting draft. I'm seeing a lot of champions that you don't typically. Swain in the bot lane is something that's niche. You don't see a lot, but into Jinx, I can see being pretty good. An immobile ADC.
So Swain's gonna be the ADC for this, correct?
Yep.
That's very interesting. Usually, I'm the one playing either Swain or my favorite Renata Glass as the support.
Yep.
So I'm very interested to see what this is gonna be and his passive being, you know.
Yeah.
He's just gonna get bigger and bigger in health. It's this is gonna be really cool. I'm looking forward to it.
No, me as well. I mean, it's gonna be really interesting. I expect this Swain and this Bard to really try to punish this Jinx early because she doesn't have dashes or anything. She can't move around too much. So having the Swain with the root and the pull, and then a stun following up with the Bard, you're gonna have to play on your toes here if you're this Jinx.
Yeah, and with the Jinx with a limited amount of mana, especially early on, like I've always find problems with that. Is that her E and her W are very strong, and we're switching over to the rocket launcher. It's strong, but it's just like you can't use too much, or
Fish
else.
bones.
Yeah.
That's the name of the rocket.
It has a name.
Yeah, it's fish bones.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't remember what the. I think it's no. Is it pew pew? I don't remember.
I was thinking
funny.
it was pew pew.
Yeah, I think it's pew pew and fish bones.
Because I think it was a voice line, and I think it came up at the. Do you do the lodal?
Oh, I do.
The lodal?
Okay.
I think it went on like one of the days.
That's
I was
really
like,
funny, actually. Okay.
It's super fun.
I haven't done mine today.
You
I
didn't?
gotta hop out. What was it?
I think mine has.
Don't spoil it.
I won't. But
Okay.
it's been glitching out for the
Really?
past 2 days.
Okay.
And I really haven't yeah, I haven't played because of that. It's just it just won't load up. So I'm gonna try and fix it.
That's good. That's good. I'd be interesting to see the discourse in Twitch chat. Similar on Twitch.
I get it.
As far as what people like about Lodal.
I love it.
Yeah, talk about this in chat. I'm not gonna lie, chat is not available to us, but I want to have that conversation.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Lodal? Because I think it's cool.
It's fun.
I'm a fan.
Except for the last one.
Right
I
here.
rarely get
one
that
is it?
one.
The splash art?
The splash
That
art
one's
one.
hard.
That one is super tough, and it
Fine.
would be
I
fine
don't
if it
need
was
more
just the
enemies.
standard skins, where you got to think of the other skin lines.
Yeah.
It's just so tough.
Yeah, that's that. I think that's a little like
stronger.
it's like the skin lines too. Okay, they were hovering Diana for a second. I was like, what in the world changed? Oh, that's gonna be exciting though. I think Aatrox should win lane against Camille. I like Sejuani more in the jungle than Kayn, typically. Mid lane, I like Ahri more than Victor. I think this is a draft win for Carthage.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what for Northern Arizona. What are they trying to go for among strategy to try and beat the comp of Firebirds?
It's interesting, right? Because you have this Camille and the Victor, and they want to scale. Kayn wants to scale too, but in a different way. He wants to still fight early so he can get his essence, so he can get his form,
Yeah.
whether it be Rost or Assassin, whether Shadow
It's
Assassin.
just business.
But then you have this Swain Bard that really want to do things in the early game. So maybe
I
what their
see.
idea is we're gonna punish this Jinx in the early game, and we're gonna move this Bard around to try and make sure that the Victor and the Camille are safe, so that they can actually scale.
Your commands tire me.
So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. But I mean, once again, we're seeing Carthage play a composition that really wants to fight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see. Yeah, so far I am just like where you are. I am liking the Firebirds comp just a little bit more, but maybe that's just me being biased.
No, I mean, I think it wins it. Every lane except for bot lane should win in isolation. Sejuani should be able to do a lot of work for the team, and I think it's just really weird how NAU is going to play out fights. Is going to be interesting because you want this Camille to go in and you want this Kayn to go in, but at the same time you have this Swain. He wants to get in there, but at his own pace. So
Yeah.
we'll see how they're going to be able to play out these fights. I have to assume this is going to be a red Kayn. So Ross, do you know what red Kayn does?
I do. That's the more tankier one.
It is,
that
yeah.
also
Heals
his
a lot.
abilities heals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, so he's actually going to get additional damage against higher health targets and also has a knock-up on his W,
Yeah.
which can be really valuable for these engages.
I kind of like the shadow one a little bit more.
I do.
I feel a little bit more sneakier.
I like the Shadow one too. But they could go Shadow actually, but I think it'd be smarter if they go Red Kayn.
Oh, most
they go
definitely.
Rost.
Yeah.
But what we're going to need to look at for carrying fights is going to be the Jinx.
Yeah.
The Jinx and the Zillion are going to be really important to be able to output enough damage to kill these drain tanks, the Swain and the Kayn. Hey, they rhyme. And they
It
do the
does
same
what?
thing. They both heal a lot and they both rhyme. Anyways,
We should write a little
It's gonna-
poem for next time.
Swain and Kayn.
Yeah, a haiku. Okay.
You have to get. I'll talk about my draft. You write your haiku. Okay.
Okay.
Bard is going to want to roam a lot. So it's going to be on the Zillion to be able to move around and actually change that. Ahri is also going to be wanting to move around. So maybe Ahri is going to try to track this Bard and get some kills on this Bard while he's roaming. Victor's going to want to sit in the mid lane and do absolutely nothing, which is honestly going to be a theme here for the top and the mid lane. While Kayn is going to be wanting to try and pick up some early kills and snowball. How's that haiku coming along, buddy? Oh,
I
saw
can't think
Kayn.
of the
Rhymed again. Okay, that's cool.
I
But
can't
anyways,
think of my first line.
that's okay. You know what? Tell us when we come back from this short spectator delay break. We'll be back with you with a fantastic haiku.
The high Wheathen shoves that right over to the Lions half. Looks like this one's going in. Oh, you're kidding behind me. Don't I ask?
Oh, here we
don't
go,
I,
they're behind.
We're gonna see the barrage. The barrage.
Oh my gosh, Nico is just dominating right now.
What a play!
That's disgusting.
Oh my gosh.
That was disgusting.
Yeah. Ripper. Yeah. With a Marching Walker. Yeah. With a blackout. Check out one. Yeah. With a Marching Walker. Yeah. With a blackout. Check out one. Yeah. Yeah. With a Marching Walker. Yeah. Yeah. With a blackout. Check out one. Ripper. Yeah. Yeah. Marching Walker. Yeah. With a blackout. Check out one. Yeah.
All right, welcome back to Carthage League of Legends. We're back with our haiku. It was well thought out. Tony, what do you got for me?
Swain Kane in the lane, bringing the pain to the game.
Wow.
Firebirds, win please.
Wow. Wow. That was
Oh no.
so thoughtful. What a great way to start our game here. Wow, I feel so at peace. This is
I feel like I failed high school with that.
that was good. You had 3 minutes to come up with that.
Firebirds win please. I think I did 4. I think I messed that up.
Firebirds win, please. That's 5.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, I still probably should. If I don't know how to do
Oh, I just said fire was 2 syllables. Maybe I failed.
fire.
Fire.
Fire?
Wait,
Or
firebirds win, please. It is 3. I was right. Firebirds win, please.
I still need to go back to high school. If I don't know this, what am I doing here?
That's okay.
All right, but what are we looking at?
We're looking at 2 ADCs with, oh my goodness, with Ghost. That's what we're looking at. We're seeing definitely going Ross, Red Can. We've got a lot of teleports, it looks like. And Zillion's in the game, so I'm happy.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Well, actually, let me rephrase, because I hate playing against the champion, but he's just very good, so I tell my team to play him often.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like we're going at half speed right now.
Hey, we're back at half speed. Excellent. All right, so what we did, what Galahad and I did, because we talked in slow motion. It got old really fast. No, it got old really fast. You're all good. You're all good. Yeah, it's going at half speed. Tech man getting caught off guard. This is unbelievable. Okay, and we're
There we go.
all right. It's interesting to see how that happened.
Okay, that is
There
the
we go,
coolest thing
okay.
ever. I've seen that all the time in ARAM, and that is
You
awesome.
go half speed?
Huh?
You go half speed in ARAM?
No, the Zillion skin, the Blood Moon,
okay,
the super
okay.
cool one, the one
I
where
was
it
like,
makes it go like
Right.
the moon.
Wait, can you do the sound again? Right, and what is that?
It's the timer going.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know, like the moon
Yeah.
making the
Yeah,
eclipse.
moon sounds, right. Like a moon, right.
Yeah, like a
No,
moon.
I follow. That's totally right. No, I get you, man. That is so true. All right, not looking for a full clear. Kind of strangely, actually. I think Kane should full clear pretty much every time, but going for a 5 camp. So not going to be taking his Krugs, which are that little camp down there on the bottom.
Yeah.
That's still going to be there. So we'll see what he opts to do here. Maybe trying to get on the map a little earlier, trying to get a little bit of an earlier gank. Outside of that, I mean,
There's
it's
not
really
really a
obvious.
reason, right, to do that too early, because like he's still at level 1. Wouldn't he want to try and take those at the bottom?
All
or
right,
if
so-
he is doing a specific route.
A lot of champions have specific. Oh, Raven the Goat actually traded really well. Okay, I guess Aatrox beats Camille early. A lot of champions have specific routes that they like. Champions like Vi, like Lisa. That was a good. Okay, proliferate. We see you outputting that damage on the support. Go, but see now this is why you would take a shorter route because you can gank earlier. So they may actually find a kill on Raven the Goat here. He does flash forward, but the W will slow. Will he be able to find a dive here? Raven the Goat is really low. Not quite find anything. He does get out. That was a little bit lucky there. If the Camille had a little more damage, that could have been trouble.
Double trouble.
Double trouble, like in the haiku when you rhymed. You did the rhyme thing. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's why you would shorten your jungle route, is so you could gank earlier, so you could impact a lane earlier. Champions like Kane, though, doesn't have a great gank. Like, as you could see, a lot of champions would have been able to get that kill there, but Kane doesn't have enough CC or damage in the early game to actually kill. So that's why a lot of people will just take all 6 camps at the start of the game, so that they're able to get to the point where their ganks are good, where they're actually able to do that damage.
He did a pretty good job, I'd say.
Back top lane. They really want to pick this top lane, but now Oxpice is bot lane. I don't think they see this coming. The traps are really, really good. He does get the stun down. Oh, wow! He's gonna have to flash, but he will not. Goes to the Carthage Firebirds.
What a smart play.
Yeah, I mean, that just caught out of vision. They really needed to ward that earlier. Oh my goodness, that chip. Ooh, that could have been a kill there. Raven the Goat is just crushing top lane down. Yeah, fantastic game there for the bot lane. You really wish that Jinx got it, but having Zillion get that kill in the early game is not that bad either. They might try to stop that reset. One of
It
them.
probably makes you happy, like seeing Zillion.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Zillion's fun. Zillion's cool. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There we go. Raven the Goat picking up a solo kill. 2nd game in a row. This guy is a monster.
I've seen him practice that combo so many times in the room, and it just gets better and better. And I think now because he has that skin as well, that it's just
Bard getting lanes ahead early. I mean, unfortunately, doesn't really do much there. And AC Sejuani coming. This could be scary time for Night Saint. He's just gonna walk away. Sanguine Blade is in the area too. Raven the Goat might have overstayed a little bit though. You know, is he gonna find anything here?
Raven's just chilling.
He is just chilling. This reset's not gonna be too good for him, but getting that gold is pretty important. Oh, he's just gonna farm them. I think that's gonna be smart here.
Yeah.
Assuming they don't bring the jungler up for a dive. As the jungler is walking down bot side trying to grab that dragon. They have a lot of priority just because the Swain is able to push the lane so much and is so effective against this Jinx that they're gonna be able to secure an early dragon. It's now, too many oranges. May have bit off a little more than he could do here with the wave. We're gonna probably pan back up eventually. No, just letting them walk. That's all right. Camille can just do that sometimes, so we're fine with it. Yeah, I mean, really good start to the game. That's exactly what you're looking for. The only real downside is that you have to get up the dragon.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're gonna be trying to steal that.
Nope, it's smart not to either.
Yeah.
I think you want to be using your time elsewhere instead of like risking a play where you could die and give us some gold.
Yeah. Now remind me, how much gold is each dragon? Is a dragon?
You know, I actually don't know.
Mystery.
I don't know how much gold the dragon gives you. It gives you a lot of value, especially now. He might not be able to get too good of a trade. Yeah, okay, just gonna E away there. It does give you a lot of stats now though, because they buffed it recently to where each individual dragon gives you more.
Okay.
So that definitely gives you more reason. Really good game. They should be able to find a kill here. The Kane does go in. They do get the double stun. It is the Swain. I really like that play, and that's the advantage of having a Bard on your team right there.
Yeah, that was really well done.
He might find himself a little bit caught here. Blitzkrieg is rotating over. He does have level 6. He might be able to find something. Just flashed up the wall though. Good play. Blitzkrieg trying to stop something here, but isn't gonna find it. And just really, I feel like this has been some fairly even play.
Yeah.
I mean, top lane is probably slightly Camille favor around. It's not being a kill. I think she has a slight experience lead, and this she doesn't have experience there. Okay, so Rain is actually in the lead. Rain the Goat is actually in the lead here in the top lane. You've got mid, which is a 10 CS lead. This is exactly what you want the Ahri to do. To do enough damage, just get the Victor out of lane, not feel super comfortable. And this Bard is really, really trying. He isn't able to find anything here. The traps will not quite do it. He does pop the Ghost, and now Sanguine Blade might be able to come in and kill Philip right. He is not level 6. He's just going to back off, though, worried about that damage that Arthropod can provide.
I like that skin too, and it has the little heart shooting out.
Heartseeker, yeah, it's a very good skin. We didn't talk about it, but what is the best skin in this game here?
In this game, I mean, I do really like the Camille one. That's one of my favorites, the one that I use.
Arcana?
Yeah. Oh, that's what it's sorry, my Minnesota accent is... yeah, I think it's a, chroma.
Is it? Okay.
Of it. Because South before is like, ooh.
Yeah.
I remember I like that one. But I do like Raymond the Goat skin. That one's good. That's really clean.
Yes.
But I will go with your favorite, actually, Zillion.
Blood Moon Zillion's a good skin. I can agree with that.
It looks and feels good. You know, it feels dangerous. It feels deadly, and it's beautiful. The red, it's just a masterpiece.
Wow, a masterpiece.
It is.
You know when that skin came out, right?
Long time.
Yeah.
But it's holding its own.
It is. It's a good skin.
beautiful.
It's a good skin. It's true. Anyways.
Well, especially from the base skin.
Basically it is kind of mediocre. This is what we're worried about. You see half health with one interaction. And there's really nothing that Victor can do to fix that except for poking this Ahri down over a long period of time. Especially her ultimate Spirit Rush is able to really give her a ton of pressure to kill too. So I mean, it's a really tough one. You have to be really careful. As I really like this play here actually by Northern Arizona.
Yeah, this it's interesting. The Bard is just having a lot of good roaming plays. It's kind of cool to see.
It's tough to say the actual value of it because he hasn't gotten much from these roams. But oh no, Allspice not caught on his own jungle. This is where that vision that we talked about earlier. Zillion, and now that gives him time. This is what I'm talking about. The vault is absolutely broken. Look at this. Now I believe that they're really cool. Zillion, okay. See? Look at the button. Look at this. Look at that. You're right. It's broken. You're right. Look at it. And now, you just get one more R. Charm. Did it come out? Oh, we're on camera. She might get the kill. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Has the flash. Does fight. This is what I'm talking about. Zillion is unbelievably strong. You cannot overcommit when you have a Zillion with you, and people still have to do because they're not used to that ability.
Yeah, it's kind of like what you said, that free GA.
Randomly Goats found himself in a little bit of a pickle here.
Just a wee bit of a pickle, yeah.
Let's play well though. He's able to get away.
I was just hoping that the Omnivamp for the Lycio that would kick in a little bit more.
So usually it would, but he actually had Ignite on him.
Oh!
Ignite procs grievous wounds, which means less heal.
Even with my glasses, I can't see that well.
That's okay.
Yeah, that was pretty smart by the Camille to bring that.
No, very, very good understanding of damage, and she's gonna need to keep doing that if she wants to put her team in a position to win this game here. Blitzkrieg all of a sudden is incredibly strong. 7 Dark Seal stacks, by the way.
Woo.
That is a big Ari, and that was all coming from Zillion. I mean, it just that is why you draft Zillion right there.
Yeah.
The team can overcommit, and just all of a sudden, you win the fight just with one ability.
I might have to try him now. Like that. I'm always scared of trying new chants, but it seems like just from that one play, it turned the tide of battle.
Yep. No, he's fairly easy and he's incredibly strong. So I would definitely recommend him.
Sweet.
Blade coming in for a little bit of a weird gank. I doubt anything will really come of this. I mean, he does have camps on the bot side, but he really is forcing these ganks, it feels like, a little bit too much while he could be farming.
And a lot in the top lane too.
Oh, Spirit Rush comes out, not able to find the kill quite. Charm might be out. Doesn't quite find it. Oh, the stun was pretty big. Did miss one Q there, which is what turned that. But they do drop the Rift Herald on the bot side, and now it looks like the Kane is being aggressive, taking Allspice's topside jungle.
Yeah, Shelly doing a lot of damage, having a little bit of a party in the bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, it's smart though. You're getting this Jinx a lot of gold. This is what she needs to start carrying this game. Oh, this Victor's got to be really careful. Yeah, that was just greedy. That you can't be doing that around an Ari. Yeah, really tough there to give that Ari some one of those Dark Seal stacks. I mean, just overstepped, unfortunately.
So, do you think that Jinx is building Kraken Slayer with the current build right now? Would that be the best guess, or what would you say that she's? Never mind.
I think that she's building Kraken Slayer. Based on
She already got it.
Yeah, based on some evidence that we have recently found, I have to assume that she's building Kraken.
I always forget that.
Interesting. They might look for a dive here, but without this Camille ultimate, it's going to be really tough. Raymond Leo just pops the ult, it's going to run away. Kane has really got to find a way back into this game. Because it's not that he isn't doing anything, but it's just tough to out-gank a Sejuani. You need to find better ways to carry. It's now Arthbot. They're going to find Single Blade in this topside jungle. He's just going to have to run away.
How far away is it until Kane gets that transformation? Because it's either hitting the certain.
Really? Oh, there. Blitzkrieg gonna get another one. He is very bad. I mean,
what a menace.
Yeah, no kidding. 10 Dark Seal stacks, completed boots and Mythic. It'll be interesting. But as far as your question, I expect that he's close. Usually between 10 and 15 minutes is when you want to be getting this form. Pre-10 form is like the winning the game, usually, or at least you're like very, very strong. Oh, they were finding kill here actually. Really close there. Really good flash here as well, just to make sure that Sanguine is not able to find anything. And now he gets another one. Blitzkrieg is everywhere this game.
Wow. They're just sandwiching them from both sides. This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that was such a good play, such good awareness by Blitzkrieg just to know that this Kane is going to be walking down.
And they're still going.
Look at that damn. Oh, he's going to use R. Okay, yeah. Well, I was a little bit confused there for a second, but it looks like Bardolph's going to come and try to stop that. It doesn't do too much. Raymond the Goat and Twin are just going to be trading a little bit. But it looks like nothing's going to be coming of that, and they're just going to go take their complimentary Rift Herald.
Oh, look at Shelly.
I'm sorry.
Oh, she's not dying. She's just being resurrected in a different way.
Yeah. Oh, that is almost a one-shot. Okay. That is almost a one-shot. And she's dead. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. little bit of a mid difference this game, as we say,
And
in the community.
Yeah, and a big gold meat as well.
Yeah, I bet you she has a full item on this reset. So this is gonna be scary. I mean, oh, not.
Would she be wanting to finish off is it
Magi's Soul Stealer.
Yeah.
Soul Stealer.
Or
But
just
no.
trying to go for another item?
Usually you'd see another item go. That's usually considered a little bit greedy.
Okay.
Usually the safer route is just going for your next item, which can be Shadow Flame. Gives you 100 of it, ability power.
Because when she dies, most of those, is it 10 or 5 of those stacks go away? About?
Well, Dark Seal, it's 5.
Okay.
I don't know how many it is with Magi's. I think it might be 10.
Okay.
That, though. But yeah, I mean, Ahri's gonna start running this game. They've got to find a way to deal with her. They don't really have any super good lockdown CC. You need to get Sanguine Blade on top of her quickly in a fight in order to actually slow her down, especially with Spirit Rush available, her ultimate. She has so many different dashes. And now, after a rework a long time ago, they actually reset on kills. So every time he gets a kill or a takedown, it resets. So he gets a lot of dashes. Up to 8. So yeah,
That's a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it can be an issue in a team fight. In pro play, it gets to the point where if Ahri doesn't have ultimate, teams will look to just do an objective, like just start Baron. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Ahri doesn't have ultimate, let's start Baron, because that's how big of a deal it is.
Yeah, because I remember, like, how long ago was that change?
It was a pretty long time.
Really? It's probably just summer. Summer to me felt like 2 weeks. I think that's why my time frame is just like all messed up right now. I'm like, wait, I'm already back at school and I'm already doing this again.
I completely get you. I mean, it's tough. Randomly go popping his ult, not gonna really do much with it, unfortunately. What's gonna be looking for an ultimate low? He's got one more. They don't like 25 kill on the bot side here. This Victor needs to get out. He needs to run.
Yeah.
He has Flash R still. He needs to. Yeah, okay. You cannot breathe like this. Especially on Victor. You just need to play safe and scale, though they might be able to find a kill now. A lot of damage. 1,000 gold shot on the Camille. That is not what you're looking for, although they do hit the bot side. Maybe even to find more. And not quite. This Jinx is outputting so much damage. Allspice now is going to have to find his way out of this. Gets stunned, gets a ton of true damage put on top of it. Will he get out? He's got the Q available. No, he will not. Gives the kill to the Camille. Ready to go to now in. Although the Camille is still pretty strong, doing so much damage. Igniting on top of him. He cannot heal. He needs to run. But 3 kills now for the Camille. She is carrying. Proliferating Arthpod, need to be careful. This Camille cannot get on top of this Jinx or else she will die. Bird now coming in. Double stun. That could be big now. 2 flashes come out. Does not get the roots. Wait, is doing damage. Teleport coming through for Carthage Firebirds. You have to expect it is the Ahri. Oh, Ahri's gonna come and change this fight.
Nice.
He's gonna be massive. Proliferate. Does not go down. Ultimate. Oh! Is that a silly ability? Oh, he went back in. This isn't trying, but it shouldn't matter too much. It's just too much AP on that. Camille does get a Proliferate. Will he go get a kill there? Another one. Cog turned down Slays Proliferate and shut down for Sanguine Blade. A little disaster there.
Northern Arizona, that really turned the pace up. That was amazing.
I mean, they saw a fight that they liked, and they just went for it. 2 minutes, he's coming in. That was just a really greedy fight. They thought that they were like far enough ahead to where they could take that, but clearly they could not.
Yeah, that was really well done. That's gonna set the Firebirds back just a little bit. They still have a massive gold lead, but with that $1,000 or 1,000 gold,
One rack.
going over to the Camille, that's a bit scary.
It is. I mean, Camille is one of these hyperscaling champions that will do up to 1,000 true damage or more with her Q. So it's really scary when this champion gets ahead, but we'll see if it's really too much of an issue. This Bard is really getting a lot of time here as they get a really good stun. Will he be able to find something? The Ignite is not up. Oh my goodness, the Camille damage. Will he be able to find a kill? He may have now offense Camille with the Sejuani. Still so much damage momentum. Look at this Camille. Oh, God, it's everything for Blitzkrieg, but it's a lot of CC. Puts everybody away off by trying to 1v1. He is found in the middle of the whole perfect fire. His team takes him down. Bard now fighting for his very life. He looks like he's gonna be gunned down. Yeah, another one there for the Firebirds as they are amping it right back up to where they left off.
That was just amazing. The momentum turned in one direction, just went the other. Like that was great.
Yeah, I mean, they really needed that This is really just teams going back and forth, finding their fights, but I now think that Firebirds are in the driver's seat, although I think he's got to be a little bit careful here. Does get the resurrect, will hopefully live this combo, flashes away, does get the stun onto Swain. It might be able to kill Swain here though. Not enough damage quite, but they have to make him reset here.
Yeah, it
So,
doesn't
a lot
look
of
like.
pressure.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Jinx's rocket is there either. So the Bummer can't finish both of them off.
Yep. It's very tough to count out.
Oh,
Ooh. Well, everybody's stepping really far out now. He's just greedy out of the barn. Might be able to get away. No, it's not the flipper. He does pick up the kill, and now another one going over. They're just forcing this fight a little bit too hard, it looks like, as it should be an ace. One going to Blitzkrieg here. Too many oranges is also found. Two now to Blitzkrieg. Ace for the Firebirds going over to the Baron.
a 10k gold lead for the Firebirds. This is just amazing.
Yep, it's slowly but surely becoming a slaughter here.
Yeah.
Who say has been the MVP for the Firebirds so far?
Honestly, I'm gonna say Sejuani. Like I know Ari's been there for everything, but Sejuani just initiated those two team fights right there, and just saved the day, and just completely flipped it on its head. But I think overall, I will say Ari.
I would, well, I would say Blitzkrieg. I mean, 12 and 2, it's hard.
It's hard, yeah.
I mean,
but I will say close second. I will say Sejuani for that, just because the initiation.
not the Zillion? I know, it's
Good
tough.
choices.
It's tough.
I don't
know.
like. Don't make me.
It's okay, buddy. You're all good. We'll just say Ari's
Okay.
MVP so far and move on. Looking to grab the third dragon here are the Firebirds, although really interesting how they're not just going to do it. They want this mid wave first. Okay, now they're going to move on to it. All five are in that bot lane. Going to be interesting to see what NAU is going to do at this time, though.
It doesn't.
Dragon does go down. And now, see what they can do with this. They have 4 bot lane. They're just going to push out that lane and probably go mid. No more Baron buff, thankfully, but... Oh, wait, they should have it. Am I... Oh. We'll see in a second. I don't know. I think they should have Baron buff. Yeah, they do. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was crazy for a second. He's going to try to reset. So, Rainbow is going to stop that little party, though. As the Artifact does get hooked in, the Shirley is going to be popped by the Zillion. Oh, going on. Oh, my goodness. It's blown up. Spirit Rush is a very funny... Does coming through. It'll be too good. Almost. But it's swaying. Satorial goes wide. That doesn't matter. This fight is already won. They have the Baron buff. They're looking towards the Nexus. Another. Oh my goodness. Oh, he is just popping up. Michael, not with this one, unfortunately. The Kane does find one, but this will be the game. GG.
Wow.
Carthage Firebirds 3-0 on the day. You'll love to see it, or at least for the cast of games. I don't really know what happened about the stream. You love to see it. Ari killing it. Jinx killing it. Just a team win.
Sejuani killing it.
Sejuani killing everybody. I mean, this was just a really good team victory. Almost kills the Sejuani. Okay.
Got it. Pop the stopwatch. I did that.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some very fast games here tonight.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a 23-minute game.
To be honest, my ADHD was going, oh wait, look, I'm in the goat in the top. Like, I'm gonna go get the cane. And I was like, oh wait, there's a big. Is that the end of the game already? I was like,
no, I completely understand.
Oh wow, it could have gone either way from the start. I was really worried. Like Northern Arizona, what a team! All teams today have been absolutely amazing, and just what a pleasure to watch. Like
it really is. It really is. We've had some really good games today. It's always good to see Carthage succeed. And honestly, I'm so impressed with this Blitzkrieg Ari. I mean, he won lane and he won game. He pushed his lead across all of the lanes. Jinx was outputting so much damage. Tech guy, could you move the mouse a little bit so we can see how much damage Arthropod did? 19,000 damage for both of them. I mean, this was just an impressive team victory. I couldn't point at one person who did poorly this game.
And 9 either way. That's amazing.
It is. Yep. I mean, it just an incredible team victory.
For sure. Like seeing like how much the improvement has been just from 3 months alone.
Yeah.
Like it is going to be a wicked good season.
It should be.
I'm so looking forward to it.
I am certainly looking forward to it as well, but we will take a little bit of a break. We're expecting an interview. A mystery interview. We'll see who it's with. We'll bring somebody to you, but we'll see you in a little bit.
Only you had a motive for murder.
She was murdered.
Welcome back, everybody. Here with a special guest, Coach
Robert.
Coach Robert. Okay, Coach Robert here, new coach, Carthage Firebirds League of Legends.
Yeah.
You got to be happy with the boys' performance.
No, I'm so happy. Like I said, from last week to even now, the progression and the progress that we came. Man, I did not expect this, but man, we killed it today. I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Great to hear. Great to hear.
Yeah.
So going into this, what were some key points going to today that you were looking at improving on throughout this last boot camping week?
I think especially finding our identity as a team, right? We drafted the Jinx, we drafted the Zillion, the Ari for pick comps, you know what I'm saying? So finding our style, right? Do we want to play a hard engaged team or do we want to play a scaling team? And we picked the scaling team to scale with their team. And we played it exactly how we wanted to. We had deep board visions, you know, we went all together. Our tempo was ahead of them. So that's why we were able to win these fights and gain an advantage over them.
Talk about some of the break points of this game. The when you went, okay, this is when our comp is winning. What were these points in this game where you were like, we're good here?
Yeah, I think one of the points was when we were getting Dragon around the 20-minute mark. We were able to get deep vision wards. You know, I always express to my team, tempo, right? We're able to get advantage over them if we're able to get our items to come back, and they're not there yet. We're able to win, and we have vision control. So around the 20-minute mark, we're at the second or third drag. That's when I think we're just like, yes, we want it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, going from last season to this season, without you here, one thing that I did remark on here that I noticed was the vision, especially.
Yes,
so
yes, 100%.
that was something I was really impressed with, just the changes over.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming because you only had you had this last week really to really prep with them.
1 week, 1 week with them. But like I expressed to them, man, it's all about gaining that tempo advantage. Like I'm saying, I always have a tempo.
Talk about tempo a little bit.
Tempo basically means, you know, when you win a fight, you know what I'm saying, then you go back to your base and you get items and you're there before they get there, correct? So tempo in League is so important, and if you ask my players, they'll always be like, what is one thing Coach Robert always talk about? It's tempo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the one thing, tempo.
Yep. Like
that
they're
we can,
all
that we can look at through all these games. I'm assuming. I mean, these are all stomps.
Yeah, no,
Really
exactly,
impressive how they
and
won
I'm
these
so
games.
proud of them because they did exactly what I wanted them to do. They played it exactly how we want to. You know, in the first game, we played an early game comp. We played a hard game with Samira and Thresh, and they killed it. And that's exactly how we supposed to play.
Yeah, the Thresh pick in particular, because I thought it's gonna be proliferate coming in. I see Dragon of Dusk on the Thresh. Hitting all those clutch hooks. It was
proliferate
really
supposed to
good
come
play.
in, but he had something going on, so we had to put Elliot in. But he killed it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I told him, I was like, man, like we can flex it anywhere, so which is great.
Yeah, very valuable. That's one thing that I've just with talking with him. Absolutely. So going into draft, that's another thing. Seeing a lot of these picks that you see in pro play, I'm assuming very avid watcher, just based on a lot of the drafts that we've seen here. One thing that I personally liked was seeing how more streamlined it was. It was less like, oh, these are these comfort picky champions. Like, obviously, they can still be strong. You see, like, especially in China, where you see like Shanji, I don't remember exactly what team, OMG, I believe, with the Shyvana top, and they play this unique style, so it can work. But when you came in, what was your view on changing how we drafted?
I think, like I said, I think when you watch pro play, it's very different from drafting in collegiate or amateur, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, the meta always determine what champ you pick. And I told my team like about 80-90% of the games that you win is based off of drafting. 20%, 10% is execution, right? So drafting in art for me is very special because that's how you win, right? And you can see it too, you know, off pro play, like, you know, if they get to Zeri, they be traded with Samir.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying, right? It's so important that you know the champs that you want to play based on what they pick up, right?
Absolutely.
How we usually draft is, you know, B1 to B3 to R1 to R3. Those are our priority pick. We know what we want already, right? Usually the second phase of draft between R4, R5, and B4 and B5 is based on reactional drafting, right? So based on counter picks, if you have a red side, you do a counter pick on R5. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's all about reactional between that second phase of banning. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love the Zillion pick personally.
Yeah,
I think that champion is very strong. Something I talked about on cast quite a bit. But is there anything else just closing out this interview here? Anything you'd like to say to the fans, family, anything?
I'm happy to be here. Go Birds. No,
Go
let's
Birds.
go. I'm happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be here. Let's win the season.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good ending point. Let's win the season. The goal is set. We'll see you during the next games. Hope you guys have a good one.
See your future on the horizon? So do we.
It's really just the greatest college experience I could have asked for.
What really drew me in was having an adventure.
I think something really unique about Carthage is that it constantly pushes you outside of your comfort zone.